I've had lots of practice with parenting. As a matter of fact, 25 years of practice. And yet every day is different because circumstances change and our children don't stay the same. And I have to say, parenting is not an easy job. There are no shortcuts to parenting success. It takes time, wisdom, and lots of hard work. And I don't care what anyone tells you, there are no perfect parents. I've made hundreds, thousands of mistakes in my parenting, but thank God for His grace because I need it every day. Children at different stages and ages of life need different things from their parents. We'll be looking specifically at these stages of life in some of our other upcoming videos. But today, I want you to think about two things that will help you reach the heart of your child. When our first child arrived and we were young parents, we began thinking about all the responsibility that had just been given to us to care for this little child and to help him find God's way for his life. And if you aren't careful, fear can paralyze you. Will we be good parents? Will we know how to care for this child as a tiny baby? What about when he hits the terrible twos? What about the middle school years? And the teen years? We should probably just give up right now. But remember, God promises to give Christians everything we need, and that includes the tools to live out the gospel in our parenting. Transformational parenting is not about turning your child into this outwardly compliant model child. It's about helping our children realize that God wants to do a work in the messiness of our hearts. Transformation is all about heart change, and let's face it, everyone is competing for your child's heart. So what can we do to help our children follow after God in their hearts? First, reject legalism. Legalism says that spirituality is defined by how well you keep a list of do's and don'ts. Legalism is an attitude with which we keep the rules to show that we're better than others. It's really a man-centered approach to Christianity that exalts me, puts me on the throne, and can lead to an attitude of superiority and pride. And the problem with legalism for the Pharisees in Jesus' day and for us today is that we work really hard to conform to these outward rules. We look good on the outside, but we don't pay attention to the matters of the heart. And so you can produce a child that's really good at playing the Christian game while their heart is far away from God. Spiritually speaking, that is a disaster. And that leads to our second point, and that is be real. The problem with keeping a list of rules and regulations is that we can't, especially at home around the ones we're most familiar with and the ones we generally love the most. Because we spend so much time with family, they've seen all of our shortcomings. And when we pretend we're good, when we pretend we're keeping all the rules, our children will see right through that. They are very perceptive. And so to reach the heart of your child, you have to be real. And at times, you have to reveal your heart to them. That means when I get angry and lose my temper, I need to seek forgiveness from the ones I've wronged, rather than brushing it under the rug or using my authority to say that what I did was okay. Our children need to see us humbling ourselves before God and sometimes humbling ourselves before them. It's a process for everyone. We are all learning and growing as parents and as children every day. Being real means that you thank God for His grace. You surrender your parenting successes and failures to the Lord, and you let Him work in you and in your children day by day. And that is the gospel in everyday life.